Hello and welcome to Angry Andy Reviews, and in this video I'm going to be taking a look at the HasLab Ghost in honour of the Ahsoka series going live on Disney Plus here in the UK. Let's have a look at this monster.
Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
Angry Andy. Angry Andy.
Angry Andy Reviews.
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 Don't make me destroy you.
Okay, so here we are on the Hasbro Pulse website. I was originally requested to have a look at this 3 weeks ago by the wonderful Only One Kenobi. Apologies for not getting to it sooner. He did ask 3 weeks ago, would love to get your take on the HasLab Ghost, Andy. Thumbs up. And I promised him that I was keeping an eye on it's, what it was doing. Obviously, it was a bit difficult to do a review or a look at, how it's going when I was doing a lot of recordings from my phone. But now that the fortress is somewhat up and running, I can have a look. So here we are, Mr. Only One Kenobi. Let's have a look. So we're on the Hasbro Pulse webpage. Interestingly enough, this is the day that as of today, as of recording, this is the day where Ahsoka has been released on Disney Plus. And funnily enough, it's not the first thing that you come across when you're on the Hasbro Pulse UK HasbroPulse.com website. You're treated to some Marvel Legends figures, still doing really well as far as I'm aware. Let's go, keep going. So next up, we've got Ahsoka's Black Series Force Effects Elite lightsaber, which I think is a bit of a rip-off. You only get one saber, and we know she carries two. It's right there in this picture here. She carries two sabers, so you're only getting the main saber. You don't get the Shoto saber. Disgusting, that, Hasbro. Don't like that. You can buy the individual. You can buy the hilts together. From Shop Disney. I'm not sure if they're still available, to be fair, but there you go. Let's keep going. So we're scrolling down, and it's a few scrolls down before you get to the campaign itself. But just having a look at that picture there, my word, you can tell, you can see the sheer scale of this thing just by looking at that picture, because a vintage collection figure, a 3.75 scale figure, is going to be sat in that cockpit and in there. So let's open it up. Let's have a look at the actual campaign. You're treated to some nice lovely border pictures there. Got nice lovely the games table there. It's become a wonderful staple in Star Wars. You've got the distinctive chairs the characters sit in during the Rebels TV series. And obviously this is based around the Ahsoka series itself. So let's keep going, let's have a look. And here we go. We have pictures here of the Ghost itself. You've got the main picture there, which is it's insane. You can just tell the sheer size of it, like you could with the Millennium Falcon. We've seen that picture. We've seen this one. We've got a reverse angle there of the cockpit. Look at all the detail in there. The detail in that is incredible, really, and it should be for what you're going to be ending up paying for this. Bunk beds, and here is where we get to the scale. Now look at that. You can tell the scale of that. It's a great shot, great marketing shot there. Harrison Dula there looking at the cockpit itself, the gangway to get in. It's immense, really. Let's keep going. There we go. Zeb there in the turret. You get, again, is a big figure, so it's interesting to see the scale of this. We'll keep going, and there you go. Here's like an internal shot. Again, there is Harrison Dula in amongst the main sort of lounge area, if you want to call it that. I don't really know what to call it. Yeah, we'll call it lounge area. Why not? And there you go. You can tell the sheer scale of it. There are multiple other compartments within the ship. There she is sat in the cockpit. There is enough room to get all the figures in. It's not one of those where you can only fit one figure in. and you have to pretend the rest are in there. You can, if you get them all, you can fit them all in this ship, in this cockpit. Front forward cannon, she's sat there as well. The detailing, there's Chopper. I didn't notice that before. And there is sort of like, I can't remember what that little ship is called, but it's the, it's the little extra gunship that they use in the show. And that's all, it's all complete, it's all there. They've not skimped on anything, not least. Is there a measurements? Have they got a measurements picture? Let's have a look at the measurements picture. There is a better picture of that gunship. Here's a reverse of the actual full Ghost itself. It's obscenely massive. Obscenely massive. There is a good, that's a good picture. That's a good marketing shot of Kane and Jarrus and Ezra Bridger. Again there, another good marketing shot showing, the sheer amount of space you've got in this bloody thing. It's huge. There's so many pictures on here. I'm not going to go through them all. It seems a bit reductive to go through them all. There's no... There it is, all broke apart. It's got landing gear, so you could have it in a stand. Obviously, I know my face is covering all of this in some regard. Yeah, there's no measurement pictures there. Maybe there is further down. Let's have a look. But first, we'll have a look. So it costs £499.99 of your British pennies. I don't know what it is in dollars. I'm assuming it's pretty much the same, maybe $5.99. I'm not sure. I've not looked. The original target was 8,000. It decimated that 8,000 target. It absolutely decimated that target within a couple of days. But it has slowed down. It's slowed down to 11,000, beg your pardon, 143 backers with 14 days, 15 hours, and 15 minutes at the time of recording to go. But there you go. You can only get 5. If you've got amount of money, you can only get 5 per customer. But it is vintage collection scale. The HasLab Black Series attempts have failed miserably. We had the Rancor, we had Raver's lightsaber, which they both flopped terribly, which has probably crucified the Black Series. HasLab Endeavour, excuse me, and the different tiers. So right here, the first tier unlock Ezra Bridger with 5 accessories. Tier 2, Kane and Jarrus. Tier 3, Zeb Aurelius. So let's keep going. Let's have a look. There's a video there. I'm not going to play it. You got some nice little design features there. But here we go. Here we go. Width 28 inches. Bugger me. Length 34 inches. So from front to back, it is 34.5 inches. It's nearly a meter long. Christ on a bike.
Good God, man.
It's not far being a meter wide either. Good Lord. Height 13 inches. This is a beefy ship. This is a beefy ship. It might be more denser than the Millennium Falcon. I don't know. In terms of, I don't know, the compactness of it all. I don't really know. My word. This size is incredible there. I would have nowhere to put it. This is the only thing, as much as I wish probably that I was collecting the vintage collection as opposed to the Black Series now. I simply wouldn't have not anywhere to put this. And I think that might be why it's possibly slowed down. 11,000 people have bought this. That's a worldwide number as well. The sheer size of it, does it nuke your ability to put it anywhere? Where would you put it? How would you display such a massive object? You'd have to get a custom table in order to, display it in your living room. I don't know. So you get Harrison Dula with it. The Phantom 2, that was the name. That's the little extra gunship, the shuttle itself. All carded. So, if you're going to remove them from the card, that's up to you. Obviously, they treat these cards as collectibles. But to be fair, if you're buying this for the price, what's the resale price going to be for all those scalpers if you're buying 5 with the complete perfect cards? Because if I'm buying it, I'm opening the figures, I'm putting them in the ship just to see how fucking massive it is. Lovely, or the lovely famous paint backdrop. Let's go. So tier 1 has been unlocked. It hit 11,000, like I said, and it's unlocked. Tier 2 is 14,000 for Kane and Jarrus. 15 days to go. Will it reach this? I think there'll be a surge at the end because I think people will want to have this complete collection. Either that or Hasbro will drop the threshold for these. I'm not sure if they have done already. And Zeb Aurelius, 17,000. So what are we on? 11,000. So another 6,000 backers to guarantee Zeb and Kanan. And will there be any mystery extra unlocks? I'm not sure. It's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Will it reach them? Will it reach 17,000? I'm not entirely sure. I think it probably will. More than likely, I think they'll drop the threshold to maybe 15,000 all in, and then you'll see an upsurge and people will jump on board and put their money towards this. Sorry, again, I'm really dehydrated. That's my thought. I think they might drop this to 15,000 all in, cut out 2,000 backers, 14 days, not 15 days, sorry. And then, yeah, I reckon give it another week, they'll reevaluate. They might add something extra at the 15,000 mark, drop everything to 15,000, and then it will fulfill the entirety of the campaign. People will want everything included in this. Interestingly, is Sabine Wren included? I don't think she is she? Is she a separate figure? I don't know. Interesting. So you get Hera, you get Ezra. We don't know the state of Ezra at the moment. He looks older there. Is that an older Ezra? Interesting, because obviously this is supposed to be... I mean, these are Rebel card backs, but this has been marketed for the Ahsoka series. So I'm a little bit confused there. What are you aiming for? Obviously this is quite a niche product as well. Rebels is, although it's a very well-received TV show, this in itself, the product, Rebels itself, is still quite niche. It's easily, alongside Clone Wars, the best animated series, some of the best Star Wars out there in general, but it's still very niche. The glory of Disney Plus is that it's been opened up to more and more people, and more people have enjoyed watching it. I watched it fully for the first time on Disney Plus, so it would make sense that more people are aware of Rebels. Obviously, with Ahsoka released, people are going to go back and watch Rebels to figure out much more about her, as they would have done from watching The Mandalorian. But will it hit the final targets? Not sure. We'll have to wait and see. I will be keeping an eye on. Obviously, I'll probably do another view at next week. Probably this time next week. We'll see, and then we'll go from there. We'll see where it's up to. We'll see if it maximizes its potential. It's just good to see a Star Wars HasLab make a mark again after the dismal failures of the Black Series ones, and quite frankly the shock and awe that at the same time there was a G.I. Joe. I think it was the Sky Striker, I think, and then the Ghostbusters backpack, the Neutrona backpack, which completely decimated the HasLab Reaver lightsaber, I think it was at the time. It might be the Rancor, I can't remember. But they completely decimated. They were fully backed, fully hit all the tiers. Reaver lightsaber didn't have a single bloody tier, and thus nobody gave a crap. Quite frankly, it was a mixed you know, a mixed received character in general, and then you hammer on a $499 lightsaber with no tears and no customization options, and just expect people to be walked all over because, like me, I do collect lightsabers, but even I had no interest. It's not just because of the characters, because of the price and the fact there was nothing extra if it hit the target, which again was ridiculously too high. But there you go. This is the HasLab Ghost. It is £499.99 for 14 days, 15 hours and 15 minutes. Obviously, it hasn't changed. Let's refresh. There we go. 14 days, 15 hours and 3 minutes. Still on 11,143 backers. We'll see what it does in a week's time. So thank you very much for watching. Only One Kenobi. I hope you enjoyed this little video. I've enjoyed looking through it. Obviously, there's a lot more detail on here. There's more to read, the design inspirations, all of this. Have a look through. See what you think. Let me know if you've backed this product. Have you backed this HasLab? God. If I was a vintage collection collector, I'd be questioning whether I really want to get this or not, and it'd be hard pressed not to. But there you go. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.